percentage like that. So I don't know, man. It's the unicorn of boxing fights, man. It's not going down. You ain't never gonna see it, G Money.
Yeah, you ain't never gonna see it. And I hope to God that they don't start fighting years later when both of their legacies done up and nobody gives a fuck about them anymore. Because I ain't gonna give a fuck by then. And the boxing is the difference between them. Comparing them to a few boxers that they both had spots. Floyd Mayweather versus De La Hoya, he went all 12 rounds. Pacquiao versus De La Hoya, Pacquiao retired the dude. Now, for real, they threw in the towel and all, man. And then he retired afterwards. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But, let's see. Now you got Cotto versus Mayweather. Mayweather went all rounds, and, he won. But now you got Cotto versus Pacquiao. Pacquiao knocked down Cotto a few times, yo. And then Cotto lost. So, I don't know. I don't know what that tells me. I'm not saying that Pacquiao's a better boxer, but, he has a big impact when it comes to fighting people. So.
Yeah, I think Pacquiao, man, he tries to... Pacquiao is a wrestler. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's gone 12 rounds with people before. He'll do the slugfest and Woodcrest with him. Yeah, he'll stand there and knock him out. He's a versatile fighter. I'm not gonna say Mayweather is not. Mayweather, he's got the endurance game down pat. He's got one of the best tactics in boxing. And it's your stamina, it's your endurance. He out endures people. I'm not to say that he doesn't give good fights and he's not a good boxer, but that's his main strategy is to wear you down. So. If he ever fights Pacquiao, I think Pacquiao can go all 12 rounds with him. Power. He's got those power punches. Same thing with Mayweather, but Pacquiao's a little bit more flashy. He gives you the fight that people want to see. Mayweather is a tactician, so that's a different boxing style, between the two of them. And I would love to see them go at it, man. It'd be the Ali, versus what's that dude? The classic fight they were fighting. I can't think of it, man. My brain is going blank. Ali versus Frazier of our time, man. That's how good it would be, probably, man. But it's not gonna happen, man. And if it does, like you said, it's gonna be later on in the career. They're still gonna be fighting. He'll be 55, and they'll be fighting like Bernard Hopkins is, and he's be getting his ass beat by by a lot of people, or like Roy Jones, man. I don't understand why boxers do that, man. They tarnish their legacy. They think they can fight forever, but you can't, man. If you get to a point where you're almost 40 and you have a unblemished career, you have never been defeated, man, call it curtains, dog. Do something else, man. Invest your money. Don't keep fighting. So then all of a sudden you start losing. Now you got 10 losses on your record, man. Don't do it.
Yeah. What you think about this situation that happened not too long ago? It's a young boy named Sean King, and he's a second grader, and he go to Meriden Ranch Elementary School in Falcon, Colorado. He's given an assignment to do a living wax museum regarding Martin Luther King, and he wore black makeup on his face, and school officials were offended, and they called his parents, and this, that, and the third. Man, what's going on? What you think about it?
Alright, so the kid was white, probably, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay, so I don't know. To me, I have a dual, view on that. Okay, they told him to do something to Martin Luther King, who is a black guy. He's not white, so I guess the kid is trying to get into the mind state of somebody that would be black. So of course he's thinking man, my skin's got to be black if I'm going to personify this character, blah blah. Not this character, but there's a revolutionary guy. So I'm not thinking. I know a blackface has been something that's been associated with racism. So I don't know. I can't really tell you if this kid is racist or not. I can say that he's trying to get into he's trying to figure out how to be black. I guess how to portray Martin Luther King. So he figures he should put black makeup on his face. I can't say to you if he's racist or not. I'm not gonna have an uproar. I know that a lot of people probably get mad about that. A lot of black folks, even some white folks, will probably get mad. Oh man, that kid's racist. Suspend him. Throw him out of the school. Hippity hoop blah. I can't say that. If he had some racist history to back that up, racist remarks, or if he just doesn't have any friends that are of color, whether they're Mexican or black or whatever, yeah, he might be a little bit racist. But I don't know. He's a kid, man. You can't. I don't think you should hold that against him, man. How you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel like he's a kid, and the kid, it's just one of those things where, you know, you make a mistake and you're like, oops, I didn't know that it was meant to offend people. So, you know, I have to give a kid a pass, you know. And to all those others that doesn't take it and consider it and get offended, you can eat a dick, man, for real. Because, you know, there's a lot of kids that, you know, they don't know no better than what their parents taught them, you know. And, you know, I'm pretty sure, if I'm in Colorado, I'm pretty sure it's like probably 2% black or something like that over there. So, you know, who knows?
Yeah, there's no reason to get mad about that, man. There's some things that they should get mad about. Like a couple weeks in LA, man, there was this homeless guy. I forgot his name. I had it written down. The 5-0 man police, they beat this dude to death. He was a homeless guy. He had a history of mental illness, and he always walks around, you know, downtown LA. LA, if you guys don't know, for people who haven't been there, has an army of homeless people. Like our homeless community is off the wall. So if you ever go to Los Angeles, man, you'll see homeless people everywhere. They're down on there, you know, on Hollywood Boulevard, sleeping on the stars and stuff, like the Walk of Stars and stuff. It's really, really bad, man. LA really needs to do something about that. So anyway, this guy has a history of mental illness. Cops are always harassing him because he's always doing something crazy, like he'll pee on the side of a building, or he'll be sleeping on the sidewalk in the daytime, blah, 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 blah. So these 3 cops, man, they stopped the guy. You know, they was like, well, why do you keep doing this? Why do we always have to talk to you? And basically they proceeded to beat this guy to death. And they caught it on tape through an ATM camera. And it was horrific, man. They beat this guy to death. They smashed his face in. He had like blood in his lungs and stuff. And this guy died, you know. And then people, you know, I'm not sure if they're charging these police officers with murder or anything like that. I haven't really delve deeply into the case, but police everywhere, and even non-police, you know, aka George Zimmerman, are shooting and killing people. They can't, you know, protect themselves. So, you know, that's something that people should be uproaring. You know, people should be really mad about. But I haven't really heard too much about it. It was in the LA Times, but I didn't really see it on CNN. I don't see anybody putting protests out there. There's no, you know what I'm saying, homeless people march or whatever. You know, if homeless people are like the forgotten people of America, a lot of people don't really care about them. And, you know, it's a shame. You know, we're over here, you know, not to say that kids in Africa or anywhere else, Somalia or wherever, man, they don't need our help, but there's a lot of people that need our help right here in America. We should start taking care of America first and kind of worry about, you know, other people a little bit later, man. We'd be a lot better off as a country, man. There's a lot of homeless people that need our help. There's a lot of, you know, mental patients that are homeless that need our help, man, that need some type of assistance, man. So I really do. I feel for that guy, man. I'm sorry that it had to happen to him, and hopefully more people will, you know, look him up and see what really happened, and you know, kind of protest against police brutality, man. It happens everywhere. Sean Bell, I can go on, dude. It's a lot of police are you know, they're not using their talents, their skill, their position for good, man. So, you know, for the police that out there, they're doing the job. We applaud you. But for the police like that, man, you know, the killers out there, man, fuck the police. Fuck you dudes, man, because you give police a bad name. You make people out there wary of the police, man. It's no wonder why many minorities are wary of the police, dude. So, and I don't know. It's a shame, man. It's really a shame.
I mean, they need to do something about. I mean, we as a country need to start doing something about these people, but people getting killed and you know, police brutality that's going on lately, because it's been increasing like from the past 5 years, like following up, like it's been on the rise, increasing more and more. I mean, they always had it back then, but it's just getting worse as the years go by.
Yeah, that's real talk, man.
Well, your boy Little Boosie now, get up here, man. Like, you know, I know we was, you know, talking about how Louisiana was harsh on rappers, but, you know, that's a barrier he broke, you know, coming from that state that he's from. Like, what you think about that?
I think it was good. Just like how we were talking in the last show, man. Real talk. Justice was served. He didn't do it. And he got out of prison. So I think that's a very good thing. A lot of times in Louisiana, you see that rappers get locked up, and there'll be witnesses that say that he didn't do it. There'll be, you know, a fucking letter from God that said he didn't do it, and they still give, you know, the dude like 85 years or whatever. So, you know, it is my opinion that Louisiana has a prejudice against rappers, but for once, you know, the justice system actually did what it was supposed to do, and this guy's gonna get out. So, congratulations to the Lil Boosie. Shout outs to him. I hope he continues his career. Just please stay out of trouble, man. You know, if you're in the limelight, if you're famous, whether you're a rapper or otherwise, please just don't even jaywalk. If you're an entertainer, you're in a position to make millions, or if you're a sports figure, whoever you are, man, don't break the law. Like, you shouldn't break the law anyway. I'm not telling you to be a square and follow every rule, but I mean, don't do obvious crimes that you're gonna get locked up for, man. Don't shoot yourself in the leg, aka Plaxico Burress. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Just don't do stupid shit. If you're in the limelight, people are gonna look at you even further. The scrutiny on you is gonna be extraordinarily intense. So why just give yourself, you know, away? Just you know, he might as well just walk into the jail if he's gonna, you know, shoot people or rob or whatever it is that he did, man. I know it was a murder case, but just why do stupid stuff if you're in a position to have a great lifestyle, you know, better than the average, the normal person. So don't ruin that, man. Why would you want to go sleep in a cell with, you know, untold number of men, you know, possibly getting raped and eating nasty food? Like, is it worth that, man? To me, it's not. You know, it's not.
Yeah, you're right, man. I'd rather die before I go to jail. Like, for real. No.
Real shit, man. You know, I'm not the biggest of guys, so, you know, I give them a good fight, but they might outnumber me, so, you know, it's gonna be a fight to the death, man. You know, I just don't belong to jail. You know, I'm a spoiled. I like too much stuff, man. I like my comforts. You know, I like my music. You know, I love being able to get in my car and drive. I like my freedom. So you're never gonna see me in jail unless, you know, somebody messes with my family and I have to go kill somebody. You know, other than that, you know, I'm not really gonna be committing crimes. You know, I'm an upstanding citizen. So, you know, jail is not a place where I want to be. Like, people may think that gives you street cred if you're in an urban community, but there's nothing credible about going to jail. Nothing at all.
Anything else that's going on in the world that you feel like they need to know about it?
Not that I can think of right now. I haven't really watched the news yet, so I probably would have something a little bit better to add to, you know, to the show, but not that I could think of, man. So, you know, I guess pretty much we'll wrap it up.
I wanted to talk about eating Pats. You heard about that, right? You know, like the first child to be on the milk box, right?
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, man, they finally found a suspect who claims to lure the child and then strangled him and put him in the box. His name is Pedro Hernandez, and you know, he's implicated himself, and now they found him to the case, bro.
Oh man, after all these years, how many years has it been? Like 20-something years?
I don't know. It's been since the 70s, so.
Oh, it's 30 years then, man. I mean, I guess he had a guilty conscience, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's good, I guess, that he came out, but it's horrific what that child had to go through. If you know, the description that you just gave, he said that's what he did to the child, man. You know, may that man go to hell, or may he burn, you know, for the rest of his life, because, you know, anytime a crime is with children, man, it affects children. Like, it's extremely horrific. Like, they have to get the worst punishment available, and I'm not sure, you know, if he's gonna go to hell or not. I mean, I would say that he should, you know, but I'm not God, so who am I, you know, to say? But if you're sick enough to do something for a kid, man, to a kid, I'm sorry, you deserve to rot in hell. You deserve